Because tourism is also, I mean, it's everybody's business, and I'm so glad that you come and do that because that helps us in environment and help us ecotourism. Because you need to really, I mean, you create jobs, and as our young fellas do in the Indian River, I mean, everybody benefit on it. But as an ecotourism, you really need to protect your natural resources. So having these plants, and I mean, so many persons come out all over, and they really appreciate what Dominica offer. We don't have hotels and big casinos, but we pretty glad with our natural beauty. And Dominica really, really need to, and persons really need to educate themselves too about it. Because I mean, the government cannot just do it on their own. If we, the community or the village person or individual, don't put together, it's an understanding. Because as we said, we're doing everything for the benefit of our people and visitors coming. But if first we have to think of visitors, yes, we try extra to do because it might just bring a little bit money. But let us say if we put it together and we consider as our own health, then if we let us say we're dealing with the environment, we don't want to say we clean just for tourists or clean for visitors, but we want to clean for our own health. And as I mentioned earlier, that Indian River, I mean, basically like me, I do every part of tour guiding on Dominica. I mean, you just name it. They call me James Bond. Yeah, you just name it, I do it. But I just take the Indian River, and that's why specifically I speak more about that drainage because the Indian River is like our flower garden. And that is the only one basically that you could use the small boats to go to the mountain. Dominica, no other rivers you cannot use the boat. So if we have just one river on Dominica, that is the only one we go up with the boat and where visitors could sit and have a camera and take photos of plants that they have in their home, that they plant in their house, and they probably never grow. But because Dominica is volcanic island and the soil is very fertile and rich, it's like we throw things and they grow. So if when they come to the Indian River, let us say they come to the Indian River and they see this plant that they say, wow, this is something that we used to plant at home and they never grow, but look at how pretty they are on Dominica. But even between these pretty plants, we have all this garbage and all this styrofoam and all this plastic. I mean, that really changed. That really changed the ecosystem. So I mean, sanitation is, I mean, the key because without sanitation, Dominica doesn't have anything, or no visitors would really be attractive to the island. Because first we cannot say we go to St. Martin and tourists really accustomed of garbage, and then when they come to Dominica, they have to get the same thing. We have to be an example. We have to take an example of the other islands, and we have to make a difference. So Dominica should be, I mean, pretty glad and persons should be educated in having Dominica as an ecotourism where you protect, you of course create jobs, but you protect your environment and your natural beauty. So I just want to thank InsidePortsea.com for really doing so much of a marvelous and good work bringing these things together because it's really a good thing. I say that way because when these guys will take that CD and bring out and show to the government our concern and our disadvantage we have, and they really take that into consideration, then I think Portsea would be really in and out a pretty good town.